Hey, what's going on? I absolutely love, love the way how my makeup looks. I didn't like, except for my lips, I didn't retouch anything, and it just looks so pretty. I'm gonna take some pictures. so, yes, okay. Everything that I said earlier today, I still mean. Okay, white people are inherently evil, and white people are inherently racist. If white people are inherently racist, then white people are inherently evil. Sorry, if white people are inherently racist, then black people are definitely inherently evil. And yeah, so people can really just, and I think that everybody has both qualities, but it's just that black people just really go hard with trying to be fucking evil. And I don't know if white people are offended by that because they really try to show their ass and be like, "Well, hey, wait a minute. Like, no, we're the devils. We're the ones with the power and all that kind of shit. Like, fuck out of here." So they'll do like some antics. They'll try to juggle between doing some antics in order to try to make themselves even more look like the assholes. But again, I said like, you know, out of the 12 months, out of the calendar, out of the 12 months of the year, we are constantly reminded that the whole fucking American history is basically just a bunch of not white people would call it oopsies because they'll water down their offenses and they'll just slap on a fucking celebration and a holiday, or a mention for the offenses that they've done to other people, in regards to slavery, oppression, the entire wiping out of existence of certain Native Americans and their tribes, things of that nature. So yeah, like, as I said, like I know you guys always want attention, especially the white women, you know? It's like, remember how they inserted themselves? Like there's literally jokes about the way how women had inserted themselves into situations that do not include them. And one of them is what was it? The Black Lives Matter. I showed you guys a long time ago this skit, from a white comedian, no less, who was talking about like how white women would do that, try to insert themselves into black people's affairs to make themselves look like a victim, not to speak on behalf of other black people who are suffering, but the ones who will actually just try to force their problems onto others. And it's just like, wow, like they're am I lying? Like that comes from an inherent racism right there. Like you're literally trying to impose your problems that are actually lesser than what the black people are going through and what they're protesting against in Black Lives Matter. And you're just being like, oh my god, like my heated seats and stuff like that. It's just so fucking hard. Oh my god, I have man troubles in my Pilates classes and it's so funny. Like yo, um, should I play it again? I think maybe. I don't know. If anything, I'll probably put it in like another video, but today is primarily about black people. And I know that white people will definitely jump onto the defense. Some white people will jump onto the defense of black people and saying, no, 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 like you're not all bad. Like duh, everyone is not everyone chooses to be fucking bad, but a lot of them, the majority of them actually happen to be bad. They want to go ahead and delve into the part where they want to impose and basically emulate a lot of the things that the oppressors historically have done to African American slaves back onto black people, and they do not mind. They try to cultivate or curate a certain kind of characteristic or genre or person even, which myself, but in other factors or factions, when it comes to in their own lives. So yeah, ultimately it is very pathetic and it is evil intent. I did, look it up. So it's something I already knew. It's something I already studied a long time ago. But I do like the fucking validation. Not the validation is nice, but I mean from a computer. But I do like the confirmation in regards to the work that I actually, remember. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is really how it goes. Um, Regardless of what you probably heard, or probably somebody who's probably black, or somebody who either wants to fuck you or something like that, or befriend you as a token friend, or some shit like that, probably consoled you by now in the time lapse that I've been gone to make it to make you seem like, you're not that bad of a person for doing some fuck shit for such a long time, in regards to trying to, not even trying to, but really offending somebody and violating their privacy and their boundaries and wanting to go ahead and harm them and ultimately try to end their lives. So, yeah. And people are trying to, and the religious freaks, really, those really weird, wacky ones that believe in, I don't know, some god from like outer space or some shit like that. Like, to each his own. I have to say that at the very end of the day, to each his own, because there's literally a religion out there where there's some deity that emerged from a flower and people are still praising that one. And it's just like, there's different types of religions that have like these very imaginative tales. Okay, shit. And Christianity, there's ones about, a guy pulling a Pinocchio. It's like, he was in a well. So I mean, hey, look, who am I? I'm just saying that as long as, it's like, do no initial harm but take no shit. As long as you guys are not using that religion in order to harm me or in order to harm somebody else, like unintent, like excuse me, like unjustifiably, then yeah, like, for malintent, for self-serving criminal purposes, then if you're doing it under that guise, then yes, then you are an evil person, and that's not right for you to have that kind of religious belief. In fact, you need to either check it off, check it out, and or yeah, get rid of yourself. Because honestly, it just seems like, the very like the ultimate problem here is really you guys. It really is you. So I wanted to come up in here because I wanted to go ahead and continue talking about the travesty that is, the niggers and coons within the Black community. And again, like you guys, I just needed some food in my belly, in my systems, because But ultimately, that's what I wanted to come back from here. Like again, I have no regrets about what I had said because I have backed it up exactly with the reason as to why, and it's not just about the offense and the injustice against me, but also to other people. Some people can't even speak right now because why? They're dead. They're dead based off on a lot of people's selfishness and a lot of people's self-serving greed and their tendencies for jealousy and envy. So how can I, like, you feel me? It's just like so it's like, yeah, like you guys really did some shit. But I wanted to go ahead and play this snippet from this one nigger or coon. I don't know, but she's light skinned. So I mean, definitely energy. Um, He's religious. If there's been a lot of injustice and there's like irritation around it, it might not be your energy. There could be a lot of projection going on here. Um, you know, you're not a victim. It's kind of like that. It's like there has been a lot, but it's like there's no room to sit in victimhood because at this time saying this is how you feel. Because as this high priestess in the upper, it's like I just really think that that's so selfish and so stupid, but definitely, and I told you so when I say that when a nigger is a stupid person, and I called a lot of you, or basically, no, I called all of you under the scope of using your religion in order to justify stalking me, in order to have me, serve under your religious purposes and things of that nature. I said that you are also a nigger and coon. Okay, so this is what I mean, okay? Obviously, like a lot of you guys do it either to just try to like test me and things of that nature, but like who am I to not use this as an example of a nigger and coon? So, I mean, there's plenty out there historically for other people though, but for me in my situation, because this is, a very important, because I do value myself. I do love myself. And I've I've sat with myself and I was just like, you know what? I am a victim. And I've mentioned this well, not many times, but I've mentioned it enough. If I've mentioned the part where the people have victim blame me, then ergo people are blaming me because I am a victim. It's not just that I see myself as a victim. I am a victim. So when this woman is saying on my speaking on my behalf, saying that I don't see myself as a victim, but literally just the other day, like I'm over here talking about like, how I'm being victim blamed, how people have been criticizing me, how other people, the losers, have been trying to victimize themselves. So victimize themselves is what a narcissist or what, the person who's the offender does. But if I'm saying victim blame, then obviously I'm talking as in first person, like saying like, hey, look, I'm being blamed for being a victim. As a victim, I'm being blamed for this, that, here, and the third. But as a nigger, she's not gonna get that. She's not gonna get that and understand that. And once you accept your role, I just like, that's one of those moments where I'm just like no longer having those issues with um being lost in communication or having any kind of misunderstanding. It's just like this is the textbook nigger and coon and the dookie when it comes to these people within their religion. So, I don't have any kind of moments where I need to be feeling on behalf of the both of us. That's extra weight, that's extra pressure. Not extra pressure, but like that's extra weight, that's extra duties for me to have to worry about. And that's just messy. That's somebody else's situation and dilemma. Like, I don't want that to go ahead and spill out into somebody else where it will infect somebody's judgment, and then boom, there's two niggers now. There's just like more. There's more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And again, you guys are mad at that word, but it's just like then stop acting like it. Then stop acting like it. So yeah, I've talked about that. I've literally in March. All right, so March 3rd, 2024, my video that what's the Addy? I talk about human zoo, and March 3rd, 2024 video, I talk about being treated inhumanely. So again, even if I don't say the words "I am a victim," and I've said in at least one of my videos that I am a victim, where I've really realized that whole once it came to light about how no one was really going to fucking step up in order to advocate for me, in order for me to actually have the justice that that I absolutely want and that absolutely deserve, and all this shit that's happened to me. Um, Yeah, I was just like, "Oh, no, no. No, no, no. I'm a victim." So there's certain kind of, manners and situations that I perform or I exhibit because like these are my boundaries. So yeah, yeah, humans do treated inhumanely. And yeah, and it's not my like basically all that fault is on her because she cannot comprehend, her reading comprehension has stopped at a point where she doesn't understand that humans do and treated inhumanely and victim blaming equates to I am a victim and that I see myself as a victim. And but yeah, I am moving forward. Even when I had showed you guys that link about the audio slavery, I was stating, or even with the with the slavery, you witness people who are still drudging along. Not everybody is going to cry when they're being abused every single fucking day, or they're not going to yeah, they're not going to cry every single day. They're not going to like lament and things of that nature. Don't get it twisted. They are angry. They are rightfully so. They are extremely, well, people would define it as uptight, but they have such rage inside of them. Okay, extreme rage inside of them, and it is ultimately justified, and it's just also pain. Some of them physical pain, and well, not even some, but a lot of them physical pain. Like it is taxing, seriously taxing. It just also shows that this bitch did not want to listen or even consider looking at the video, or even taking a moment before speaking to reflect on the fact that, hey, look, what about slavery here and on other situations? No, this was just a very light skinned woman who spoke in full stupidity, not even ignorance. Because I feel like, with ignorance, because of based off on something that you don't know, but we are well into an era where we've had numerous chronicles and passages and content where we can reflect on different type of moments of slavery and oppression, so we know what to speak on and what not to speak on. And this was just basically a stupid bitch who didn't know when to shut up or not to like include certain kind of information. So that was a nigger and coon moment on her. And that isn't unfair me, especially since, she also has that belief system that, I think that, her daddy or her deity is an alien from like outer space. But again, I said everybody has like, unique types of religious beliefs. But as soon as she tried to tether that with mine, I was just like, okay, no, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So yeah. Also, I wanted to go ahead and play this one part from the video from Rare Audio of Enslaved People Connects History to the Present. And in 808, the guy right here is talking about.
I think especially being a Black American, the initial emotion is anger. There's the history of how did they do it? How did they do it? You learn about slavery in America. I think especially being a Black American, the initial emotion. But the sundown working in the fields, how did they do it? How did they do it? You learn about slavery in America. I think especially being a Black American, the initial emotion is anger. There's the history of slavery as an institution, which was all about oppressing people. And that's a very dark history that I think should make us angry. But then the institution, which was all about oppressing people, and that's a very dark history that I think should make us angry. Slavery as an institution, which was all about oppressing people, and that's a very dark history that I think should make us angry.
This is a light-skinned person also. So, and right next to him is a woman who I believe is like white, or I don't think she's black, but still. And then there's a dark-skinned black guy. And it's just, the fact that they can obviously understand where, people who are oppressed are coming from, but this person can't because of her ego and because of her, self included egotistical values, that's on her. So anyway, I'm gonna just take that time to have you guys reflect, and I'm gonna take myself some selfies because again, I do like the way my makeup is looking, and I feel very bonita. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the basis of this whole scenario is that during the time of slavery, I no doubt know that there have been slaves who have called people who are not just the slave owners, but people who are like out on the street who hated the slaves just for being, enslaved, which they were either born into slavery or anything like that. Freemen, they were hating, I'm I'm pretty sure slaves had terminology used this, of great disdain that they had for other people who weren't slaves because those people had problems with the slaves. You feel me? It was just like, yo, those people initially had the problems with the slaves. And so naturally, slaves, like anybody, will grow a resentment towards those people. Okay. I am human and I am naturally being brought up. Well, I've been brought up into an environment where literally everybody is definitely out for themselves and they want everything taken from me. And they just want to be wowed by anything. And I am adapting to what it is that you guys are, how you guys are, because I see the narcissism in you. I see the users with nothing to give back in you. And I'm really appreciative of all the people who are out there being very aware and sharing their insight in regards to how the world and society is. So, whether or not you mind, I'm definitely restricting and, handling this accordingly until justice actually does happen. Because, I mean, really, it's really all on you guys. So, I'm talking about the niggers and coons. So, yeah, if you have a problem with that, which I'm sure you do, then, kill yourselves. That's the only solution I want to give you. Just kill yourselves. There's nothing else better for you to do. If there was ever actually something better for you to do, you would have actually done it instead of being a fucking minus. So yeah. All right. There's just something about like there was something about Malcolm X when he was talking about, you know, anybody who's black who doesn't like being black or doesn't like their attributes and things of that nature. And he wasn't speaking on pardon me. He was speaking on based on the teachings of Muhammad, and it wasn't based off just like a personal kind of belief. And it was really in regards of like he was thinking based on the collective unity of black people and how it was like he was in a community of people of like-minded people who were supportive with civil rights activists, with his own family, the people down the street and things of that nature. Like they all had a collective community and like a unison. They all act in unison in regards like against, you know, in protest to the violation to their civil rights. That's what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about like someone who is accurately detesting and devaluing certain kind of people within the black community who are people who hate and disrupt the lives of other black people and harm other black people. Okay. That's what he was not talking about that. So when I say that, you know, I see niggers and coons as inherently evil and I do not like any nigger and coon, I'm not talking from a place of hatred of all black people. That's what I said. Like I've mentioned that before. And but a lot of people will call that, you know, racist. And it's just like you were racist to me. You picked me out. You targeted me. It was a discriminatory situation based off on the lightness or darkness of my skin. And you wanted to go ahead and, you know, facilitate some type of agenda. And you took it upon yourselves to go ahead and make a horrible campaign to try to break me down and assassinate my character bit by bit. Every part of my existence, you decided to try to, you know, attack, and it ended up being really just a bad look on all of you. So on many of you, definitely. And I have nothing to like, you know, I have nothing to like renege or say sorry for because it's all been your fault. And for the most part, like you know, I've to blame me would be to blame Britney Spears. To blame me would be blaming Shaquilla Robinson. Like, I understand hindsight is 2020, but as soon as I cut you off, you guys should have went your own fucking way. As soon as I cut my family off, y'all should have went your own fucking way. There's no way for you guys to try to victim blame me, although you have tried. There's no way for you to try to have victim blame me by you behind my back, allying with people within prominent places in order to try to literally end my life. When I knew better, I did better. I cut you the fuck off. You were family, okay? I grew up with you in certain kind of environments, mostly in the proper environments. And then on the weekend, I hung out with you people, but I did not want to be a part of that life. But I respected it because I was just like, who am I to fucking judge? Shit. In our fucking religion, it doesn't even say that. I mean, like it doesn't even say for us to go ahead and to judge based on the lifestyle, just to judge on the fucking character. That was the whole essence and the beauty of what black culture and being black was about. And yet, or at least that's what I stood for. That's what I stood for. But like the arts, the crafts, and just the creativity and things of that nature. But that again, that got disintegrated, and boom, you know, took all the color out of everything, and I saw it for what it is, for what it exactly is. So all the terminology and all the little keywords or nicknames and things of that nature, the identities that slaves had for people who hated them and showed hate towards them, is the same kind of behavior that I had, the same kind that the Jews had for anybody that you know was showing them hate, who had spat on them, who had tried to kill them. It's the same way that you know anybody who was literally fucking oppressed is the same kind of you know situation that you will get from me. It is literally pure. It is intentional. It is I'm sorry. It is pure. It is genuine. It is authentic. It is natural, and it is me. Okay. The whatever kind of idea that you had cultivated in your mind is your delusion. It is your fucked up mentality, apparently, because you've normalized the human zoo experiment all over again. And even though It already was there in black and white font, in black and white print, and also in legible font that can be translated, no doubt, that it was wrong and it was inhumane and it was inhumoral, but you guys did it. So why would you ever think that I should be vilified or talk badly about or down about when you are evil? You have been acting evilly. You've been acting very not even villainous. I don't think that, because you guys have really tried to make those words trend. And then it's just like, okay, so if you don't mind being called a devil, if you don't mind being called bad or psychotic or anything of that nature, or and you don't mind being called the villain, then why would you mind being called evil and inherently evil? Because that's what you are. Okay. It's like, yo, stand in that shit. Stand in it. You just don't like it that it's coming from me because I'm very aware of myself on more than ways than one. Beauty, I do have smarts, and I'm not saying that I'm a person who knows everything, but I know that I know well enough, but I don't know everything. And I'm always open to learn more, but I'm not open to respect everything because seriously, there's certain kind of there's certain kind of manners and behaviors and belief systems from people who really want to try to invoke full rights or ownership and possession of other people, and I just don't. I can't get down with that. There's that's not even being open minded. That's no. That's literally a crime. That literally is a fucking crime because you guys have really horrible intentions for that person. You're so stupid. You really are a fucking nigger and coon. Like, embrace it. I just, God, so fucking dumb. I swear. Anyway, I wonder if there's anybody out there, Ali Accent Free, who would want to go ahead and just kind of talk to me on just maybe on another platform. Right now, I am thinking and considering of doing some more videos, videos. I know it definitely would piss off and anger a certain kind of person, which is why I'm definitely going to do it. So yeah, I don't know. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Oh my goodness. So I'm actually looking right now at a Concord woman shocked after house is built on her Hawaii location. That is crazy. And I was just talking about, it says NBC Bay Area. Hold on. Do you see that right there? Concord woman shocked after house is built on her Hawaii location. Like, yeah. As I said, I'm like, yeah, like, do you not do you not understand about like how disrespectful it is? But people were literally just like, what we allow to happen small that you think is not going to hurt or affect you literally will affect others, and it'll circle around back onto you, and then by that time it'll be pretty much too late, if not too late, because like you've already given so much time to allow it to go ahead and harm people. Okay, so yeah, I'm not saying all white people, and I'm not saying, when I say that all white people have chosen the dark side, or have like fallen to racism, I'm not saying all black people have fallen into their evilness. It's just that we I think that if at worst for the people who have exercised restraint with being racist, they instead do have prejudice against certain people, prejudices against certain kind of like ill manners, like serious ill manners for people who are like, I mean, like pedophiles, of course, things of that nature. You know, those secret church wives who decide to go ahead and murder their children and things of that nature. Those women, the women's who portray that they were happily married, but they were going ahead to sleep around and things of that nature. The ones who have that extracurricular activities of powdered sugar, and there are no donuts. Okay. Okay. Probably how she lost the weight. Just, maybe. You know? She's like, I'm just gonna have some donuts, baby. Where's the donuts? Oh, what? They're all gone. It's nothing but the sugar. All right, guys. Yeah. Do you hate me? How would I know? Because you never talk to my face. You know? You never say it to my fucking face. You never say it to my fucking face. You never say it to my fucking face. You hope that I will one day read it. You one day hope that I can possibly see the comment. And at best, you guys will just, probably say it in the song and hope that I fucking hear it. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have some. I don't think I'm gonna have some carrot cake. I had some in the morning. I think I'm probably gonna do like a nice little yoga. No, 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 no. I'm gonna do some other things, but also I want to take some pictures because again, I am cute. I am bonita. I am a victim. So I'm gonna say this again in this video. If I need to say in another video, then I will. But yes, I am definitely a victim. I don't have to be that kind of person who's going to like cry every single fucking day just for you guys to help me because obviously it does not do anything for the most part, but get your rocks off. And I'm just like, no, we're not gonna do that. Like I said, we're not gonna do that. Oh my goodness, my eyes are so glistening. Look at that. Do you see that? I'm like, yo, I swear to beans. It's just like I've been drinking more water. It's I don't know. It's okay, got it. All right, guys. Oh, hold on. The thing I was gonna say about Malcolm X when he called the white people white devil. So yeah, that's just like one of the things. Like, yeah, oh, so Malcolm X was literally talking about like, how he didn't like the way how black people were having self-hatred for the features on their face or, not liking or respecting, like yeah, the features of black or not liking black. And it's just like, yes, shame on you for harming. It should be like, yo, for anybody really trying to point the finger at me, again, that's victim blaming. Okay, like that is seriously victim blaming. Do we not need to see the photos again of? Oh my god! Tell me that you're feeling this hair more, right? Like tell me. Like I already know that you do, but it's just like so. Like, look at this. Oops, sorry. But like, look at this. Seriously, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Do you think you're gonna have pretty fucking names? Do you think you're gonna be seen as a fucking messiah or a sweetheart? Look at this. I'm talking about the one on the far right here. Like, look at that. Okay, and look, look at that one right there. It's just, yo, like y'all so fucking stupid. Yeah. Look at this. Look at that. Do you really think he's gonna be like he's thinking highly of you? Do you? Or or this? Because it's like real shit. These are just, I mean, obviously these are pictures, but these are pictures of the past that actually happened. Like, do you really think that you should get a fucking polite name? Oh no, black people aren't evil. Da, 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 da. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Because why then why are you still doing this shit? You feel me? Like, no. Clearly, it's in your spirit. It's in your heart. Horrible. Awful. For real, for real. And y'all so fucking pressed, thinking like, I should be in my feelings for accurately, calling you out. It's so crazy. I'm telling you. I'm just so amazing. I really am. I am just and I know that's why one of the contributing reasons why you don't like me. And I guess you want me to be humble about it, but I'm just like, why? Why? I don't wanna, so I'm not gonna. All right. So it's been 4 minutes and I'm gonna go. Bye to people who obviously want to advocate for, my freedom and for my justice. Because, obviously I would definitely go ahead and, speak up for you like I have for many, many people. But, once I get that same kind of love and situation out loud, then boom. Oh, you know what? Another thing that she did on this stupid ass video, she was talking about trying to match make me with like somebody, and I was just like, yo, again, speaking on behalf of me, saying that I don't see myself as a victim, and you can't fucking interpret, you know, you don't have the fucking awareness to just interpret fucking words that it just says, boom, I'm a victim directly, and also victim blaming. Like you can't understand those words. And you're speaking on behalf of me. That is another contributive reason about religious people who speak on behalf of other Black people who are abused. And this is what I was talking about with kids when it comes to that, when it comes to those manners. Oh, well, he touched you, or oh, she touched you. Oh, but like that's your family. That's definitely one of those things that you hear in the Black families, right? Oh, but that's your family. How many times? Oh, with Easter right now, how many of y'all have to go well, how many of you guys get to see like, an auntie or uncle? They don't even have to be like your actual aunt or uncle, but how many of you guys saw your auntie or uncle who wanted to give you a hug or kiss or something like that, who was like really touchy and weird or creepy? And even if they didn't like sexually assault you, but they were just really weird with their energy that seemed just, inappropriate. Did you tell your parents? Probably not, because your parents are, some of them, enough of them, are, you know, that type. So not the type of, to be the sexual abuser, but the ones to be like, to allow that shit to happen, to go ahead and go to be like, but that's your family, because they just really want to keep the, that's so that's so egotistical. Who is this, a contest? Is is there really like a door prize to heaven, that, is there like a coupon or something like that? Where was like, well, technically, if like, just in case if somehow he gets in, then I want to get in. And, there is like an IHOP special. Like that's how you're treating it. Y'all are literally treating this shit like some type of IHOP special or something like that. Like buy one, get one. You feel me? Like, oh, well, if you bring in 4 of your family members, then you get the third one free of a shortcake, silver pancake. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't, I can't. I'm gonna go, because honestly, I'm gonna take some pictures, because this is just really, I don't want this to wrinkle my nose, my beautiful nose, and my beautiful face. So, 'cause I'm cute. I am. I'm very darling and very really nice thing. All right, so I'm gonna go. Because I'm not gonna get my feelings into this, onto this debacle. Because I mean, I'm not like, upset, but I'm beginning like really passionate into this situation, and it's just like, why? Pourquoi? Niggers know what they do. Coons know what they do. They act the buffoon, and yeah, they just make their own selves very upset. They're such a joke, I swear. Bye.